Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, today's video, we're going to be going over the open wheel race cars and their top speed performance. With this testing, I'm going to go over a few things with the top speed. First, we're going to start out with the stock downforce variable. Okay, so all these vehicles basically have a stock option of 1.0. That's their base downforce variable. Now, the downforce works like this. The more downforce you have, the more grip and traction your vehicle will have, but the slower it will go. The less downforce you have, the faster the vehicle goes. However, it will, lose grip and not have as much traction. And we'll talk about that here in just a minute. We'll look at some charts. All right, now, with all of these four vehicles, we start out with a stock downforce, just the 1.0 on the front spoiler and the rear spoiler, and starting out coming in fourth place, the fourth fastest or the least fastest of the open wheel race cars is the R88. Now, with all of my testing, it's real simple. All right, each check point is at a quarter-mile interval for the distance. We start out with the boost, and after the very first checkpoint, we will use the KERS boost. Okay. In addition, all vehicles were using the hard type tires. All right, there are different types of tires you can use: soft, medium, and hard. Typically, the hard will last longer, and the soft will get burned up quicker, and you'll have to change them out. All right. Now, this will allow me to recreate the closest scenario to how we would be using the open wheel race cars in GTA 5 Online in the actual races themselves. All right, it'll give us our top speeds. It'll allow us to rank them and get this all figured out for you. Okay, so let's take a look and find out where the R88 came in its top speed time. So we finished at 1 minute 4 seconds 0.864. All right, next up we have the PR4. The R88 and the PR4 were released together. They are very similar performance wise. However, the PR4 does have a slight advantage. All right, the PR4 comes in at 1 minute 4 seconds 0.829. But we'll look and see how the downforce affects it a little bit later on with the differences with the spoiler, the front wing, and the rear spoiler. Next up, we have the DR1. The DR1 is one of the two new open wheel race cars, and it comes in second place for top speed, 1 minute 3 seconds 0.629. Coming in first is going to be the BR8. Now, the BR8 does have a slight advantage over the DR1, but the advantage is exponential over the R88 and the PR4, and that makes a big difference with the open wheel race cars. Now, the BR8 comes in at a 1 minute 2 second 0.861, and like I said, over the R88 and the PR4, that's pretty substantial with these races because they're so demanding. These races are very, very meticulous. You have to be extremely, focused when you're racing these on these tracks, these circuits. Now what we're going to do, we're going to test out and see what it looks like when you maximize the downforce. I want to show you guys what these cars look like with the max amount of downforce applied. Okay, so we take the RD8 and look at the time now, 1 minute 6.999, basically 1 minute 7 seconds, all right? Now we apply maximum downforce customization with the rear spoiler and the front wing on the PR4, and it comes in at a 1 minute 8.034. It's actually slower than the RD8, and I'll talk about that here in just a moment. Next, we have the DR1, maxed out with as much downforce as we can get, comes in at a 17.566. And then we now have the BR8, fully maxed out with its downforce, and the time is 1 minute 4 seconds 0.531, basically 2 seconds slower. And this is why. This is the RD8, okay? As you see right here, these are the downforce variables. 1 is even or neutral. Anything less than 1, you'll be going faster, but you'll have less grip. Anything above 1, you'll be going slower, but you'll have more traction, more grip. All right, and if you notice with the PR4 has some of the highest downforce ratings that you can put on a vehicle. That's why it made it so much slower. All right, there's for the BR8, and then you have for the DR1 right here. Now, if you notice back on the RD8, there's a couple of options that would make you think they may be higher in downforce, but they're actually the same as the stock option. So just keep that in mind. But there you guys have it. A big shout out to Scouse Gaffa. Link will be in the description down below. But that's the information you have with the charts and with the top speed rankings for the open wheel race cars. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you drop a like, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game, and we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out. Yeah.